Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Like I always do, in today's video, I'm going to be going over my trade strategy using the trade I took on Crash and Boom some days ago. Walking you through the analysis down to my exact entry execution. Do stick around till the end of this video if you find it difficult analyzing and trading Boom and Crash index profit. So let's get right into it then. I'll clear up my charts. Well, if ever you find analyzing or trading quite complicated, then using the strategy I'm about to share might come in very handy. And the strategy is summarized in 3 steps. Firstly, you want to identify the market structure, which is like the dominant trend, preferably from the higher time frames, the weekly, the daily, and then the 4-hourly time frames. For me personally, those are the time frames I use for identifying the market structure. Anywhere below the 4-hourly time frames are used for something different. But for the market structure, the dominant trends, I look at what the weekly time frames, the daily time frames, and then the monthly time frames. And then once you can clearly identify the market structure, you want to look out for what? Areas of potential trade opportunities. Up to shorts, areas of potential trade opportunities. Majority of you guys know it as areas of interest, AOI. The same thing. Then the third thing you want to do is what? Scale down to lower time frames at the retest of what? Your identified areas of potential trade opportunities for trade entry confirmations. So at the retest of your already identified what? Areas of interest, areas of potential trade opportunities, then want to scale down to what? The lower time frames. To look at for what? Entry confirmations in line with your what? Higher time frame directional bias. Looking at Boom 500 index from the daily time frame perspective, we're clearly bearish. So as at the time of my analysis, we're coming to a daily level. So clearly we're bearish. We're at this swing low and this, then we're at this and this, and then we're at this being the most recent swing low. So we're at price come backwards to previous what? Swing highs. From the daily time frame perspective, price was trading backwards to previous swing highs. So yeah, what price come backwards to the previous swing highs, somewhere around what 3,700 psychological round number. And then not only we can clearly see from the daily time frame, price was retesting what? The exponential moving average 50, in this case acting as what? A dynamic resistance. Because clearly what we have what? the candlesticks below the exponential moving average. So we clearly had what? A daily retest of what? Previous swing highs. Previously, we had this level was acted as what? As a resistance. And then we're having price come back what? To test what? That level again. Expected to find us resistance also. And then we had also what? Price retesting the 50 exponential moving average. Clearly, at the retest, we had what? We came in, we had a rejection, a reaction off of the level, and then we came back very quickly into the level again, giving us what? A double top, as you can see from the daily time frame. So we had ourselves what? A daily double top, then a nice rejection candlestick close. The second leg of the double top, a nice rejection candlestick close, off of what? The key level, and also rejecting what? The 50 exponential moving average, confirming that what? Price is very committed what? To head back to the downside. Because clearly what we've identified what? The structure of the markets, and then what? We clearly have identified what? Price was trading into what? Previous daily swing highs. And then this takes us down to the 1 hourly time frame from where we had our confirmation entry to go short. This having identified the market structure from the daily time frame, and having seen that what price was what retesting previous daily highs, daily key levels, somewhere around what 3,700 psychological round number. Having seen also that what price was retesting what the 50 exponential moving average, and what from the daily time frame perspective were very clearly below the exponential moving average, expecting the exponential moving average to act as what a dynamic resistance. And then what we had the confirmation from the daily time frame, seeing what the nice rejection candlestick off of what the key level off of the 50 exponential moving average. Then from the 1 hourly time frame, we quickly noticed we had ourselves what a nice what in a nice chart pattern, a reversal chart pattern, which is what the head and shoulder pattern. If you've been following my previous videos, you know very well what when once we get to see what reversal chart patterns at where at key levels, at where our area of potential trade opportunities, our areas of interest, it increases what the probabilities of what price what going in our anticipated direction. So we clearly had ourselves what a nice what head and shoulder pattern, which is a sell reversal chart pattern. And our confirmation entry was at the break of what? Of the neckline. Somewhere around 3,660 psychological round number. We had the neckline. We had the neckline of what? Of the inverse head and shoulder, of the head and shoulder pattern, the 1 hourly head and shoulder pattern. We had a break of the neckline, and then what clearly what? Price had a retest of the neckline. This is where we want to have what? That's what more conservative entry confirmations for sales to go short on this. Having missed what? The very aggressive entry somewhere at the formation of the potential right shoulder. We had ourselves what? A nice conservative confirmation entry for shorts at the retest of what? Of the neckline of the 1 hourly head and shoulder pattern, as you can clearly see. So we had what? A break of the neckline. Also clearly we had ourselves what? A break of the exponential moving average. And you can clearly see prices below the exponential moving average. And then we have ourselves what? A retest of the neckline of the head and shoulder pattern. A 1 hourly retest of what? The 50 exponential moving average, expected to act as what? A dynamic resistance also. And then looking to our left, you can clearly see this level was acted what as what? Support, support, support 3 times. Previously, the level acted as a support, and then what? We had a break. So a broken support becomes what? A new resistance. You can see what? We had lots of confluences, and then all we needed was just a confirmation, a candlestick confirmation entry to go short from this level. And that we got from what? This very nice bearish candlestick, closing as what? A 1 hourly rejection from what? The exponential moving average, from the neckline of the head and shoulder pattern, and then also closing as both what? A rejection and then what? A bearish engulfing candlestick. And that was where what? I had my sell entry signals for short. And if I would go a step further, just to strengthen what? My confirmations for sales from this level, introducing the Fibonacci retracement tool, you can clearly see what? From previous swing high to the most recent swing low, we had ourselves what? The nice pullback coming into what? The Fibonacci golden zone, 0.6 to 1.8 Fibonacci golden zone, where we clearly had what? The nice rejections of. So all of this is what? In a bit to what? Further solidify my confluences, increasing what? My probabilities of the selling from 500 index from this level as higher probability trade setups. So I had my stop loss just slightly off this 78.6 Fibonacci level. And then I pretty much had my take profit targets. I had 3 take profits on this. Firstly, I was looking at what? Price coming into this level, somewhere around what? 3,600 price level. And then I was waiting to see how price reacts when reaching the level, but clearly we had ourselves what? A break of the level. And then that confirmed that what price was going to what? Further tank. I had my second take profit somewhere around 35550 psychological level. You know what? This is where I closed out a chunk of my running positions on this. And then I left a few positions still running currently, where I'm looking for what? I'm looking for a 4-hourly bullish candlestick close to get out of this, trade. So clearly we're still very what? The momentum is still very much bearish and headed to the downside. And all I'm looking to what? All I'm looking to do is what? For price to come back to what? The daily swing lows. And then I would look to see what our price reacts off the daily swing low. I'll look to see how price reacts off of the daily swing low. Then if I get a nice 4-hourly bullish engulfing close, candlestick close from what? The retest of daily lows, I would close my remaining positions on 500 index. So clearly that's the trade I'm currently holding on 500 index, and that's my thought process and the very reasons that led towards my selling 500 index. Quickly, I also had myself a nice sell opportunity on crash. On crash 500 index, a buy opportunity rather. Had myself also a nice buy opportunity. And then let's bring out our criteria. Firstly, identifying what? the market structure. Clearly from what? From the daily time frame, you can see we're very much what? Bullish, having broke above what? This previous swing high, this previous lower high. So we had this as the most recent swing high that led towards this lower low. So as long as we stayed below, as long as price stays what? Below this swing high, we're very much expected to still be what? In a bearish market structure from the daily time frame perspective. But we had what? We had a nice daily candlestick close and break above what? That swing low, that swing high rather, shifting what? The market structure from what? A bearish to bullish on the daily time frame perspective. So here we are very much looking for what? Potential buying opportunities. Since we are what? We've identified what? The market structure from the daily time frame as what? As bullish. And this takes me down to what? Okay, right. From the daily time frame also. As at the time we had the analysis, you can clearly see we are coming to this daily level right here. Somewhere around 550 psychological number. We're coming to this daily level, key level. Previously, you can see what the level was what is support. And then now we're back above the level. So we had a nice retest of the level, expecting price to what? Find what? Support also from this level. And then we have ourselves a nice what? Daily rejection candlestick close at the retest of what? This key level, signifying that what? Price is most likely what's going to continue heading backwards to the upside. And this takes us down now what? To what? Scaling down to the lower time frames. To look out for what? Entry confirmations for long. And that we had from the 1 hourly time frame. So from the 1 hourly time frame, but coming to this level, and then add myself very nice what 1 hourly double bottoms. So add this and this second request, double bottoms or triple bottoms, whichever way you want to see this, which is what a nice what reversal chart pattern also. And then what I pretty much was waiting for what? The break of the neckline. So I pretty much was waiting for the break of the neckline. So as you can see, we had the break of the neckline somewhere here. Not only what breaking and then what closing above what the 1 hourly 50 exponential moving average, we can clearly see what this nice break above the neckline is shifting what the market structure from what? From the 1 hourly time frame perspective, from bearish to what? To bullish. So we had ourselves what? This level being the what? Swing high that led to what? This low. So this is the higher high. This is the lower high that led to what? This lower low. So from the 1 hourly time frame perspective, as long as we stayed below this level, we're still very much what? Bearish. But then clearly what? We had a nice break, 1 hourly break of this level. And we're closed what? Very bullish above the level, shifting what? The market structure from the 1 hourly time frame perspective, from bearish to what? To bullish. Very much in line with what? The daily time frame directional bias. So all I needed was what? A retest of what? This level. So this was my area of interest. As you can see clearly, we had what previously, we had a support right here, we had a break, we had the level acted now as a resistance. because we're below the level. And now, having broken above the level, we're expecting the level to act now as what? A support. And then what? Clearly, from the 1 hourly time frame, you can see what? We had the break, and then what? A retest of what? Previous resistance, broken out on what? New support, and also what? A retest of what? The 50 exponential moving average, in this case, acting also as what? A dynamic what? A dynamic support. And so I had what? My entry confirmation for longs as soon as I saw what? This nice what? Bullish candlestick close, 1 hourly bullish candlestick close. And that was what? My entry confirmations for long. The stop losses just below what? The level, just below the wick of the candlestick right here. And then I was targeting what? For price to come back to previous daily highs on this. Okay, yeah, if I remember very clearly, I had my take profits somewhere around 5,850. Yeah, somewhere around 5,850. So I had my take profit on this. So I pretty much was expecting price to come back to previous what? Swing highs. And then you can see how quickly what? As soon as I got in on what? On the buy trade, but quickly rallied all the way to the upside, eating my take profit for a 1 to 5.7 on crash 500. So yeah, that's it, guys. If you are stumbling across my video for the first time, somewhere in the description below this video, I will leave a link to an introductory video on the theory trade rules. I would advise you watch that also to have better grasp of the strategy. Hit the subscribe button right away if you find this video insightful. And do well to turn on post notifications to keep staying ahead, guys. See you in the next video.